Poorly communicated change creates emotional whiplash. Yeah, we're making this change. Okay, we changed our mind. We're not doing it. And if the message isn't clear, it causes a lot of fatigue, and it affects people. I've talked about this before too. Is regulating your nervous system, because that stress that could just be, I call it low level trauma. When you're getting those messages, it messes with your nervous system, causes more stress, more anxiety, more stress hormones running through your body. And at some point, people they're not listening because it just continues to happen. So what happens is that your high performers are disengaged, and then they quietly exit. You don't see them looking for other jobs behind the scenes. And so that's something to definitely pay attention to. And so a lack of empathic leadership leaves teams feeling expendable rather than essential. So it's just like a commodity and not about that human condition. I think each organization is different because, even in government, every level of government is different. And so it's paying attention to how you relate to your people. And I truly believe if leaders are connected with their people and they care about the people and they walk their talk, it can make all the difference. So that lack of empathic leadership leads them to really feel like they don't count. And so in this level of when people matter and they really want to make a difference, that is something that's affecting how they feel about that. So some more solutions here. So train leaders to recognize emotional signals and really paying attention. If your teams are talking about they're taking more time off because they're stressed out, talk to them about it. Maybe they need some additional help. Maybe they need EAP referral. Maybe there's something else going on in their life, but recognizing those emotional signals and validate their concerns and really guide teams through the uncertainty, because there's a lot of uncertainty now, and it's a part of the norm. And really communicate consistently across all of those levels. So, acknowledge the direction of communication, what's happening, what's changed, what the update is, even if you don't have an update, and let them know, because that relieves a little bit of the unknown. And really address psychological safety in performance conversations. So you might be not just policy updates. So if you're doing your performance reviews, um, just really tapping into how someone's feeling at an emotional level as well. I know that in one of my training programs, we were both co-facilitating, and she was sharing about employee reviews and how it's better now for just consistent communication about performance as opposed to just an annual review. And she asked the team, do you all have annual performances and performance reviews? And they went, yeah. And what I knew that she didn't know is that the leader did not give performance reviews last year. So I saw the leader in the back row kind of shrink. So again, it's about walking your talk, but also understanding that psychological safety. And really, this is a key, was one of the solutions. Create co-authored solutions. That means work together as a team. Involve the employees in shaping how change is experienced and not just announced. And really, finding out. So if somebody says, you don't need to tell us every day of what's happening, but if we just have an update, on a weekly basis, that's actually helpful. But really hearing what people have to say and receiving that feedback.